If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tristan and I post videos about beauty pageants and myself. If you like that, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's my first time doing a video like this, so I'm going to be as honest as possible, and it's also my first time budgeting. Although I don't have a job, but I wanted to control where my money was going to and be able to assess what I'm gaining from there also. I did this manually and on Excel, so you can choose whichever one you like, but I'll leave a link to download the Excel template below. And please try it and tell me what you think about it. So guys, in this book I wrote down how much I was going to spend in the month of January, and since it's not so clear here, I'm just going to transfer it onto the computer and analyze it. In the Excel file, I've already planned everything with all the formulas, income, expenses, and total of everything in general. So all that's left for you to do is just to input your amounts. So the first part here is income, and there is salary and extra income, like for example your family or your relatives that give you money. So someone like me, for example, I don't yet have a job and I still spend on my parents, and I'll not like to disclose how much they give me for my pocket allowance, and I'm very sorry about that. So for that reason, I'm not going to fill anything up here in this section. So what you do is that here you're just going to input whatever thing you like, and it's going to automatically do the calculations for you. So shout out to my computer science teacher in Form 4 because he's the one who taught me how to use Excel. Without him, I'm not sure I could be doing this right now. So next I'm going to move on to the expense section, and each time that I use money, I record it in my phone. I try to track everything that I spend on my phone with a notepad app before I transfer it here or in the book if I'm to use the book. So please let me transfer the budget for my book onto the computer. So we'll start looking at how much I spent. Guys, we start with food. Initially, I was not planned to spend anything on food in the month of January because where I live is just close to school, but I was very wrong. They gave me money and there were some groceries that I had to buy that I did not buy. I rather use part of the money to do something else. So within a month, I found out that I really needed those groceries. So that's why the money that I spent on food is going to be high. And also guys, although I felt like my house was just close to school, sometimes I go out or I go really far from the house, and there are some things you get really hungry, so you have to buy some particular items, and altogether on food it cost me 4,900 francs in the month of January. So the next part of it is my notes, guys. Anything that has to do academics, that I have to print notes, handouts, assignments, photocopy, all this stuff, because we usually pay for them here. It depends. Each teacher has a different quantity of notes that they give per week or after every 2 weeks, and they teach they have a different way of teaching. So for this month, I planned that I was going to spend 3,500 francs on notes, but in the end, I turned out spending 1,250 francs on notes in the month of January. The next item, guys, is my phone bills, and my data. So the place where I live, the network here is not really good, so I have to subscribe to 2 carriers, so that if in case the first one is not there and I have something that has to do online urgently, I have a backup plan always available. And all in total, I knew it was going to cost me, it cost me 7,000 francs, but there are some times whereby you exceed your limit. So all in general, I spent 7,900 francs on data for the month of January. So I have bills like electricity bills, water bills, etc. The place where I live, we just pay the rents for the whole year, and inside the rents, your bills, the water, electricity, everything is included. So it's only my rents, and it's my parents who pay for my rents, so I'm not going to be inputting that here. But if in case you're a student and let me say you pay for your rent, or you pay electricity bill, water bill, or for other utilities, you can then fit them in here. The next item, guys, we have transport. So in the month of January, ever since I came here, I did not plan to leave here to go to town for any reason. And if there was something that somebody needed me to do, or I had to be in town for a particular reason, the person obviously had to pay for my transportation fee. So that's why here I did not spend anything on transportation. But if you travel from town to school, or let me say you always go out or pay for taxis, bike, you can then now put it in your subscriptions. In the developed world, it's very easy for you to subscribe to Netflix, Hulu, this TV, or these other things whereby you subscribe online and they cut it from your monthly salary. but here it's very hard for us teenagers to do that. So that's why for subscriptions, I do not plan to subscribe to anything this month. The next thing on my list, guys, is help and gifts. Like, there are some times where people you care about or your friends, they'll have issues and you wonder if you should help them. And so this month I do not plan to spend anything on that, because me myself, I had a lot of issues that I cannot be taking my money now to help other people. So that's why I do not plan to spend anything to help and give people this month. Next is clothing. So for the month of January, I do not plan to spend anything, or I do not buy any new clothes in the end. So that's why I'm just going to leave this one blank the way it is. I usually have a haircut twice a month, and each time it costs me 500 francs, but this month I did a haircut only once. That means at the beginning of next month I'll be doing my haircut again. So because of that, altogether in this month I spent 500 on a haircut. So I'm just going to go ahead and record it here. I have skincare products. Like, I like to take care of my skin, so this can be in the form of perfumes, roll-ons, lotions, etc. Anything that you feel like use it to take care of your skin. So I plan to spend 1,000 francs to buy those things, but in the end I ended up spending 1,500 francs on skincare for myself. Social outing. So I'm not really this person who likes to go out or do things, you know. So that's why in this month I do not plan to spend anything on social outing, and in the end I did not spend. Debt. So here, guys, it's not really a debt, but here we call it ndianga. We're 11 of us in the ndianga, so at the end of each week we give 1,000 francs to the person collecting for that week. This month I spent 5,000 on that, and that was exactly what I spent on that in this month. Like, it's not a scam, just something that helps me to be aware that each week I have to try, no matter what, to raise 1,000 francs to give it there. And next month, someday next month, I'm going to be the one who's going to be receiving. So I'll be receiving 10,000 in total. And like, you just give in the end you receive, give in the end you receive. That's how it is. So I spent 5,000 on that, just like I had planned. Next up, guys, we have savings. So if you have something that you're like really working towards buying, you can be like cutting it and including in your expenses as your savings. I have things, and as they go by, I kind of feel like I don't need them, I need them, I don't need them, I need them. But whatever, I just like to be saving 5,000 each month, and to my greatest surprise, I saved only 1,000 this month, and it's mostly because of the food. Like, if I had bought my food, everything in the first place, like, this problem, I could have not been saving so low here. So I'm just going to go ahead and input it here. We have emergency, guys. Like, one does not know what can happen. You can get sick, you need to buy drugs and go to the hospital and so on. So I do not really plan to spend on that, which is a bad habit, but thank God at the end of the month I do not spend anything on emergency. Then we have other, like any other items that you feel like can add here, anything which like is not on this list or you would like to add. There's also an extra space here. If you feel like you want to add anything, you can add it here, and all will give you in total. You have the total of everything. Okay, guys, so now in total I plan to spend 22,500 francs in this month, and in the end I rather spend 22,050 francs. Like, seriously, guys, oh my god, I cannot believe this. Okay, then down here, this section is for your net income. Okay, here you have your monthly income is here, monthly expenses here, monthly savings is here, and recyclable income, like the part of your expenses that you do not spend. It can be negative here, but for me it's positive, and I'm so happy about that. But I'm so disappointed that it's only 450 francs. Like, seriously. And it's not supposed to be that. It's not supposed to be negative, because I did not save much. It's not supposed to be 450. It's not supposed to be negative, guys, because I did not save much. So I really hope that I can improve on my spending habits and my budgeting habits next month. This budget here, guys, it's very easy to use. Like, if you add something here, it's just going to add for you. Like, you will not need to do it manually again for yourself. So I'm so happy that in the end this is how it turned out to be, and I'm just happy. It's my first time doing a screen recording tutorial, so I hope that you liked it. So in the description below there's a link to download the Excel file. Please download it, try it, and tell me what you think. It's totally free. And if you enjoyed the video, please like the video and comment your thoughts about it. If you like beauty pageant videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next video.